Hey guys, welcome back to Angel and Angela. On this topic, I wanted to talk to you guys about, when the empath has to face their own demons, when the empath has to face their own demons. This is a stage that I went through. This is a stage that I know everyone's going to go through. There's stages that you go through when you're going through the abuse, and then there's stages that you go through when you leave the abuse. And then there's the patterns, certain things happening around the same time every year. Your mood seems to change around certain seasons, especially when you leave the narcissist, when they've ruined holidays, when they've ruined anything good in your life, anything that brought you peace, they took it. And, this is where the empath goes 0 to 100 real quick, because there were so many events where you didn't speak your truth. And when you were speaking your truth, you weren't being heard. And then it comes a point in time where you almost feel like you always have to speak your truth, right? You have to be real with yourself, because being true to yourself, keeping it real with yourself, sets you free. Being true to who you are sets you free. Telling people how they're treating you, calling them out, not accepting disrespect from people, not letting people assume things about you that aren't true. When the empath has another spiritual awakening, because you're going to go through many spiritual awakenings, it's kind of funny. It's kind of silly at first, because you always think you know everything, right? You get to the point when you're battling your own demons, you get to the point where, you feel like you're empowered or you're in control over circumstances and situations now, because when you're battling your own demons, now you have to face the truth. You have to face reality. You have to face how people perceive you. You have to fix certain things about yourself. You go through, when you're battling your own demons, you might just be minding your own business, trying to stay away from people and situations, but situations just keep occurring in different ways. When you're battling your own demons, you're seeing evil in people and how evil can present itself to you so quickly, and how by you responding or defending yourself for once, how sometimes it could even backfire on you. You're also seeing that sometimes when you're fighting your own demons and situations present themselves, you're also finding out that certain situations that you defend yourself from, you set yourself free, and it's almost like you're relieved because you didn't keep certain things inside. And not only are you relieved, but that person had what they had coming to them, and then not just they had what they had coming to them, but you're even protected in certain situations. So situations that you might have ran across before with the narcissist, these people will gain up on you, gossip, go gather up more people to attack you, to talk about you with, but in this case, when you're battling your own demons, sometimes these people are facing their own demons, or facing their own demons that they're projecting it onto you. And when you set yourself free and you defend yourself against these type of people, you see that sometimes you're unstoppable. You're like, I'm unstoppable. But the thing is, you can get so caught up into freeing yourself that you might free yourself, and then in some type of shape or form still be enslaved to the narcissist, because now you might be putting yourself in situations where now you're more of a devil than good. You became more bad than good. And now you're almost behaving like this person, because now you're projecting everything that person has done unto other people, meaning that, yeah, we live in a world full of narcissists. Sometimes they say stuff to hurt your feelings, but you will go 0 to 100 because other people have put you through things. And so if someone put you through something, they might have took it to a physical level. Now when someone says something to you, the empath can react out of rage, out of the abuse that you've been through, and now you're projecting that, but to another level, because you know that when this person tried to test you, you already know what they saw. You already fought that demon. The demon of truth. You already fought that demon. You already know things about yourself. You already peeped out all your flaws and things like that. And then you see that there are people out there that want to project them back onto you. So now this is where the empath will suffer, because you've been so used to being under the radar, letting things slide, that now you're almost like, if the narcissist got away with this, if the narcissist did this and then they drove off and the police didn't do anything, then, technically speaking, you're basically telling yourself, hey, nothing happens. So when someone tries me, I'm going to take it to that level with them if that's what they want, because I know nothing's going to happen. I just have to leave the scene, just like them. They leave the scene of the crime, basically. So when you're fighting your own demons, you will put yourself in those situations where you will take it 0 to 100, because you see what other people see in you, and you hate what those people see in you because it's not the truth. And you know this because you've seen other people try to do it. You've seen the narcissist try to do this to you. Or you see that you're healing, you're trying to heal, you're trying to control yourself, control your moods. The narcissist had you in a space and time where they were doing things and getting away with it. And sometimes you even, when the empath has had enough, you start to retaliate too. Sometimes it takes you months, even years, to finally fight back. But when you do, you're acting like a psychomaniac. You're acting like you're untouchable, and you will look back at certain situations and you'll tell yourself, wow, I was acting like a lunatic and I was getting away with it. But the only reason I was acting like a lunatic is because the narcissist took me there. I was acting like I was in a war battle. You come get me, I come get you. You shoot at me, I shoot back. We could do this every day. This is fun. It's starting to get fun at this point. That's all I'm thinking about, is how to get you back next, because I know you're coming back for me, narcissist. I know you're coming back. So now I'm premeditating what I'm going to do next, because that's what you do. That's what you do, So when the empath is fighting, when you're fighting your own demons, that's what you're going to come across. You're going to come across situations where, you feel like you're freeing yourself, but then you won't know how to control it anymore. And this is how narcissists turn into narcissists, because they won't be able to control it anymore. And they just keep going down that rabbit hole. And then they just that's why they're always mad. They're always at a very low frequency. And this is why when you're fighting your own demons, you'll find yourself in a situation where now you don't like the way you feel, because you acted out of character and it didn't make you feel good about yourself. You didn't like seeing that ugly side of yourself. So in this world, you're going to have to fight your own demons, meaning that when you come across situations, you're going to have to hold it in, because you know what you're capable of now. You might have not been capable of certain things prior to this situation, but, when you don't fight back and you're fighting against these demons and you don't fight back, and then you finally put yourself in a situation to defend yourself, now you feel unstoppable because you feel like you're in control. So when you run across people disrespecting you, disrespecting your space, your energy, and that's what your main goal is, to protect your space, and now they're invading it, you almost have to, I've always said this to other people, but you almost have to pretend like they're beating their chest like gorillas, and they're, slamming drums and doing all type of things. They're just, stomping around, kind of like living in an apartment and they're upstairs and they're just stomping around your bubble, and let it go, because you know what you're capable of. A lot of times the narcissist feels the same way. They feel like they're capable of certain things too. So when I say you're fighting your own demons, is that these people bring out the ugly parts of you that you didn't even know existed. And then once they bring that side out, it's very hard to keep it in, because when someone tries to hurt your feelings, you're quick to try to pick at them real quick, like, oh, that's what you try to do, okay? And you pick at them real good, and it could make you feel good at the moment, because you had to set your boundaries. You had to put boundaries for this person. But what happens when now you're facing a narcissist that actually knows you're trying to put boundaries up, and now they're doing it even more? This is why it's very important to control your anger, going from 0 to 100. Because then once they put you in that low frequency, that's how you project yourself into the world, So you might go places and you might not be rude to people, but your frequency is changed. Even if you're telling yourself, oh, none of these things bother me. Oh, I'm gonna sleep good tonight. I feel worse when I keep things in, but when you're dealing with someone who is diabolical and all they think about is doing evil, and that their behavior is not going to change because it's something within themselves. It's how they were raised. It's their level of maturity. It's their level of wisdom. It's their narcissism that also gets in the way of letting them see why other people feel disrespected. To them, they like attention. They like it when you lash out at them. They like it when you come across these type of people that just don't stop. You can't go back and forth with them, because it might make you feel good, but it changes you. So I'm sending you guys lots of love, light, peace in your healing. If you guys want to book a session with me, my booking information will be on the description. Just give me about 24 hours, to respond to you. And as always, I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Bye.